Hello everybody, and welcome back to another dream today. Hello. Come on in guys, get excited. We're finishing Death of the Reprobate today. But first, before I do anything else, let me introduce myself real quick. Hi, my name is Princess Evillan, and I'm a streamer here on Twitch. And I post almost everything I do here on the channel. It all ends up onto youtube.com/@princessevillanvods. EVILLAN is how you spell Evelyn, in case you didn't know. But yeah, I have a lot of videos on the channel, including, I think the first part of Death of the Reprobate is going to be on there very soon. So if you missed the first part, or if you're looking for the other two games of this series, Four Last Things and Procession to Calvary, you can find it on the VODs channel, along with other games that I've played and other things that we've done here on the streaming channel. We do webcomics on Wednesdays and Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I play video games. Fridays I play visual novels. Saturdays we do D&D. So there's all kinds of things to watch on the VOD channel if you're interested in other things that I've done in the past. So I highly recommend you go check that out. But otherwise, you can catch me on pretty much every day of the week streaming. I only stream for a couple hours. It's about all I can really handle. But I still like to come on and see you guys and say hi and see what's going on. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to be finishing Death of the Reprobate today. Let's switch over. Let's see. See if I did this right. Did it work? Yes, it did. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Let me just reset myself here. There we go. Alright. Now we can get into Death of the Reprobate. So, if you don't remember what we were doing last time... Oh goodness, it's loud. Is it loud for you guys? No, it's not loud for you guys. It is loud for me, though. I'll turn it down a little bit, and then I'll turn it up. Hold on. I like the music, but not that much. Alright. Let's turn that up all the way. There we go. Alright. Anyways... we're playing Death of the Reprobate, which is a point-and-click game that uses Renaissance art and music to tell a story. We are currently playing as the son of Immortal John. He's given us a task to do 7 good deeds, and he says the Lord will guide you. So we have, we did a couple things last time. We've done 4 of our 7 good deeds so far. We have 3 more to go. We found 2. Resolved the argument of the men in the forest and helped the hunter on the hilltop spot his prey. So, we have a couple things. We have a big vegetable. We have a drawing pad and quill, some pears, a barn door key, a magic flute, a flagon of ale, a cork, and a compendium of birds. So what I think we need to do next is go all the way back to the beginning and use the compendium of birds on the different birds that we see. So let's go all the way back to Dad's room. We use the compendium of birds on this bird. What is it? Looks like a monotonous boob. That's 1. Alright, we have to do like 10, I think. There's this one. Some kind of bird or something. What is it? Looks like a snorkel-hooded watercock. That's 2. Alright. Let's see. Were there any... Oh, that door is closed. Were there any birds in here? Let's take a look around. I don't remember. There's a bunch of monkeys. Is there a bird in here? There is a bird in here. It's a parrot? Macaw? Looks like an egregious loon. That's 3. Okay. Is there one back here? No, but those old people certainly are still here. Alright. Is there one in here? Let's take a look. There is one in here. He's so small. Everybody's sleeping now. Perfect. Looks like an affable sky wench. That's 4. There's one back here. Oh, there is one back here. Looks like a common skank. That's 5. A common skank. That's rude. Birds always have like the weirdest names, don't you think? Like, why do we call birds loons and boobs and things like that? There's a bird up there. There's a bird right there. Looks like a little ground tyrant. That's 6. Right. We'll come back to that guy in a second. He's our quest helper. So we're gonna ask him a question about a certain quest here in a second, about the 2 guys arguing. A blue-billed buttpecker. That's 7. Alright. Let's go in the tavern. Find another bird. There is another bird in here. What kind of bird is this? Looks like a cootish whopper. That's 8. Okay, we have 8 so far. Let's see. Let's head into the forest. That guy looks like he's taking a poop. Here's a bird. What kind of bird is it? Looks like an affable sky wedge. Didn't we already have that one? Oh, it didn't count for us. An arbitrary roadblock that you could simply step over or around if you wish to. Okay, so we need to help these 2. I don't know what we need to do for them though. Let's head up. Already got that bird. That one didn't help count towards our goal. Is there a bird in here? We need 2 more. Doesn't look like there's a bird in here. I don't see one. Let's see. Go up this way. There's a landscape painter. He's looking in the wrong direction. Let's go up this way, and then maybe there's another bird up here, but we're still missing one, so... I'll be fat with juicy goose meat tonight. You guys see a bird? There's the hunter. We need to help the hunter. There's a dog. Hey, dog. It's a gun dog. He's supposed to collect the murdered birds after the bird murderer has murdered them. But he looks like he might be on strike. Oh, good doggo. Who's a good boy? Oh, good doggo. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Hello. Yes? I could probably name 10 local birds now. Maybe not. Go for it. Snarkle-hooded watercock. Monotonous boob. Blue-billed buttpecker. Egregious loon. Affable sky wench. Common skink. Little ground tyrant. Cootish whomper. Okay, we don't know the names of 10 local birds. Come back when you do. Okay. So we need to find more birds. Where have we not looked? Can we make them run? Oh, we can make them run. Okay, that's so much better. Okay, there's no birds here. There's a bird here, but we already got it. Is there a back path? How do we... Oh, space lets me see everything. Come on, you know fine well you're not supposed to go there yet. Oh, goodness. Okay, jeez. Okay. So maybe to get the rest of the birds, we need to help these two guys, which I don't know what we're supposed to do. So let's go talk to the quest guy and see if we can get a hint as to what to do with these two guys. I like that they added a quest guy in this one instead of like leaving it for you to go look up. I think it makes the game a little bit more immersive. At least so that you don't have to like go out and like look for something. You can just come in here and ask the guy for a hint. And he'll pretty much straight up tell you what to do. Can you give me some spiritual guidance? Ask me a question. I'll tell you the answer. Nope, we already did that one. How am I supposed to... Nope. How to resolve the argument of the men in the forest. First, you need to grab the cork from the wine bottle in the tavern. Did that. Then pull an arrow out from the poor lad tied to the tree and pop the cork in to close the wound. Oh, okay. Finally jab the arrow into the other lad's leg so we can see how it feels. Interesting. Okay. That's all the advice I need for now. Thanks. You got this. Leave me in peace. Alright. So, we have the cork. We already got that. I didn't know what to do with it. So let's go do what he said and go take an arrow out of the guy. They're fighting about, one of them has a scraped leg and one of them is riddled with arrows, and they're arguing over which one hurts more. So you just have to show them. Take the arrow. Is not. Is too. Oh god, he's bleeding. Alright, let's... The arrow... With the cork. You could pop that back in. Oh, no. Now where were we? Okay, let's take that out again. Let's put the cork in there. And let's stick this guy with the arrow. Now, how does that feel? Ah! Holy shirts! Wow, this is way more painful than I anticipated. I need to see a gosh darn doctor. Asa flipping P. Nice. We did it. Thank you very late, kind stranger. That guy was a real turd. Nice. We helped him out. And now this is down. And now we can help this confused lady misusing a water well. What are you doing? What? Baby? Lady? Confused young lady. I almost called her a bitch for a second. I didn't mean to call her a bitch. She's not a bitch. I ended up calling her baby because I didn't know what to do with the B. Confused lady. Hey lady, what's up? Hello. Greetings, young man. Who are you? I'm Eggnog Battenberg, the local madwoman. Oh, okay. How are you? My back aches, my leg hurts, and my head is throbbing. I could do with the sit down if I'm honest. Please tell me more about your aches and pains. Gladly, what do you want to know? How does your back hurt? Why does your back hurt? Each night my husband drinks enough as to require me to carry him home. And each day he eats enough as to make the task more than a passing bother. Goodness. Why do your legs hurt? I spent the morning dancing a jig on the grave of my accountant. I got such pleasure from the experience that I just couldn't bring myself to stop. Why is your head throbbing? I get regular migraines with no apparent cause. That sounds not very funny. Must my pains amuse you to be valid? No, I guess not. Never mind. Is there something I can help you with? Yes, I'm having a hard time trying to fill my hot tub. I must have put 1,000 pails of water in thus far, and I can still barely perceive the meniscus in the murky, distant depths. Meniscus? I'm pretty sure that's a well, not a hot tub. Are you calling me stupid? Do you think I know not the difference between a hot tub and a well? Do you think me a cretin with piffle for wits? Do you think me a boob? Maybe. Have you seen the size of these flippin' cauliflowers? Not now, Stephen, I'm vibing. Soz. Do you think I have naught but juicy goop between my ears? Naught but bugs and worms and clods of shitty mud? Do you think me daft? No, sorry, I didn't mean to. Then assist me, young man. This undisputable hot tub will not fill itself. Fine. Okay. How do you expect me to help you fill this hot tub? I have no idea. Pouring more and more water down there certainly doesn't seem to be working. Sending my stupid husband in to investigate didn't help. At this point, it seems like it might take a miracle, or the intervention of some kind of magic. Wink. That's really helpful, thanks. Okay. So maybe we have to use the flute, but I don't know. Do I have the notes on the flute still? I do. I wrote down the notes for the flute, but we don't have the book. We need the book. That will tell us. Oh, there it is. The mysterious floating book. Perfect. Wizard apprentices. Let's take a look. A couple of busy little apprentices, quietly pottering with potions and tinkering with tinctures. What's up, guys? They're already involved in the conversation. I don't want to just butt in case one of them is on the cusp of a punchline. Oh, on the cusp of a punchline. Bookish wizard. A white-bearded wizard reading a well-thumbed copy of At Swim Two Birds by Flann O'Brien. What's up, guy? Hello. What do you want? Who are you? I'm the magnificent Billiam Spellweaver. Billiam Spellweaver. I'm the local wizard. And who's your friend with the bellows? That's me too. Oh. I'm currently inhabiting 2 physical forms, so I can read and tend my embers at the same time. I have a follow-up question regarding your ability to inhabit multiple physical forms. I've never had sex with myself, if that's what you're planning to ask. That wasn't what I was planning to ask, but that's a good question. What do you take me for? Some kind of pervert? Some kind of gutter-minded smut lover? Sorry, you'd be surprised how many people go there. Disgusting. So, what's your question? Never mind. What are you doing? I'm reading. And tending my embers at the same time. Are you enjoying your book? To be honest, it's rather denser and less amusing than I remember it being when I read it in my youth. What's with the mysterious floating book? It's a book of spells. It contains magic spells. Specifically magic spells in the form of musical vignettes to be played on a magic flute. Can I borrow your book of spells? No. Please, can I borrow your book of spells? Still no. Why don't you let me borrow your book of spells? A magic flute is not a toy. Magic should only be practiced by experienced professionals. Or gypsies. Yeah, gypsies can do whatever the heck they want. Can I borrow your book of spells now? No. Okay, bye. Bye. Also the magnificent Billiam Spellweaver. Tending a hearth of glowing embers with some hand-pumped bellows. Excuse me. Shh. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to maintain a consistent 63 degrees Celsius over a coal fire? This needs my full attention. What are you making? Some sort of love potion or shrinking spell or magic bean? No, I'm trying to sous vide an egg. What does that mean? I'm cooking it very slowly and very gently, so the white and yolk just set into a consistent, oozy, gelatinous gunk. Why? That sounds gross. Have you ever heard of haute cuisine? No. Conversation over. Oh, okay. A jigging violinist. What's up, guy? A lively vagabond playing something loosely resembling Branle de Cheval by Thoina Arbiu? I don't know these names, man. I can't say these words. Okay. Boring static books. Take a look. Boring. We take one? Oh, we spit on it, and we can do that. I'm gonna need boring static books. Okay. Can we just take this? Don't even think about it. Okay. So we can't get the book. We need to be a gypsy. I don't know what that means. I thought we were already one because we got into the forest. It's locked. Okay. There's a shrine over there. Oh, is there a bird in the house? Is there a bird in here? I didn't see one. Oh, there is a bird. It's all the way up there. I see it. I see you, bird. You can't get away from me. What is it? A fickle to the nonce. That's 9. Alright, we have 9. We just need one more. One more bird. Where could it possibly be? I already got this one in here. Should we go back and count the areas? I'm looking for other birds. Is there another bird over here? No. Are you sure there's no bird back here? Because there was one in the other room. There was a bird over there. Is there a bird in here? I don't see a bird. I just see old people. Okay, no bird. We got the bird in here. Let's take a look. Oh, maybe there's one in the barn. I didn't look in the barn. There is one in the barn. Oh wait, we might already have this one. Oh, there's a bird up there. Filtered in nonce. Some kind of bird or something. Perfect. There were 2 birds in here. A star-spangled turkey. That's all 10. I should be able to help the hunter on the hilltop now. Perfect. Can we talk to the Goat King? All hail Goat King. Can I help you with something, bro? Thanks for the magic flute. No problem, my dude. I'm glad to see the back of it. All hail Goat King. Bro, chill. Alright. So he's not gonna help us. Let's run this way. I'm gonna go back to the top of the hill. I kind of want to know what to do about the lady with the well, though. I don't want to ask the guy yet. Let's take a look back. Maybe we have to go do the hill guy, so we'll go do him first. Because we found him earlier. There seems to be an order. Run, run, run! Run, run, run! Alright. Hello? Yes? You probably name 10 local birds now. Pickleton and nonce. Star-spangled turkey. We went through all these. Okay, you really do know your birds. Are you ready to start spotting? Let's murder some birds. Let's do it. Hop over to the spotter scope and tell me how far away the star-spangled turkey is. Okie dokie. Star-spangled turkey. That's not it. That's a blue-birded buttpecker. Star-spangled turkey. 300. How do we... He's getting his junk fondled. How do we... 300. Got him. Okay, how far away is the affable sky wench? Affable sky wench. Affable sky wench? No. There we go. 100. Another direct hit. Who's next? Give me the number on a common skank. Common skank. Common skank. 200. Get wrecked, skank. 3 dead birds. 4 in one day would be beyond my wildest dreams. I've achieved everything I cared to believe possible. It's only down from here. And so down we go. Oh, okay. Oh, there he goes. We did that. Oof. I think I'd better just get out of here. Yeah. Get you and your little wee-wee out of here. Oh, the dog brought us something. What is it? Good boy. What do we get? Oh, a cute little handgun. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Help the local madwoman fill her hot tub. Okay. So we just need to do that and then we're done. This might be a faster playthrough than I think it would be. I should have just finished it last time if I knew that it was going to be so quick. Alright, let's take a look at this hot tub. Only been playing for like 30 minutes. Alright, confused lady with the hot tub. Let's take a look at this well. Deep, dark, wet, cold. It's most definitely a well. Can we go in? Even if I was somehow able to lift the above ground section, which I clearly am not, the well itself is just a hole, an absence of matter, and therefore unpredictable, technically unpickupable. Hello? Hello? Get back down there, Steven. This hot tub isn't gonna fix itself. Yes, dear. Sorry, dear. Hang in there, bud. Okay. Massive cauliflowers. Can we have them? Oh, we got one. Okay. We got a cauliflower. I don't know what the cauliflower is for. Big cauliflower. Flagon of ale. Barn door key. Drawing pad and quill. Maybe use on the lady? I don't know why, but use on the lady? Oh, okay. Looks crazy. Oh, I wonder if we can draw other things. Can we draw other things? He looks like he could do with some alone time. Can we draw Ophelia? I don't feel like drawing right now. Okay. Huh. Weird. Alright, how do we be a gypsy? How does that work? Huh. Let's talk to her again. We need the magic book for sure. But I don't know how to get the book. He won't let me have it. What do you want? Can I borrow your spellbook now? No. Okay, bye. Oh, can I give him the book? Oh, I can draw him. Aw, it's cute. Okay, maybe if we fill up the book, we can give it to him. And he'll like it, and then he'll give us our book. The spell book, I mean. Let's go see who else we can draw. Maybe the painter? He was kind of useless. Let's go draw the painter. Okay, let's see. He looks like a toad in a dress with a bird pooping on him. That's funny. Okay. This way? Is there anything up here? I don't think there's anything up here. I think we got it all. Should I draw the dog? I'm not John James flipping Audubon. Audubon? I only draw humans. Okay. Only draw humans. Got it. Wait, let's go in here. Maybe there's a guy to draw in here. We recently outlawed capturing the likeness of church representatives. People kept making them into wanted posters, and we would really rather our innumerable heinous crimes continued to go completely unpunished. Goodness. Alright, it's none of them. go this way. You did a drawing in here already. Let's see. Let's go back this way. Can we draw the forest people? I'll do group portraits. Okay. What about the guy hanging upside down? Can we draw him? I'm not sufficiently talented to draw a moving target. Okay. What else can we draw? Can we draw the sleeping guy? I don't want to wake him. He looks like he needs it. Huh. Girl with a mirror. What about we draw her? I couldn't bear to look at that little brat long enough to capture a likeness without inadvertently punching its face. Oh my god. Alright. What about this dapper guy? Here we go. Creepy fop. Oh, I like this one. He needs to pull his pants up. He's got bread on his head. And an alligator mouth? These are interesting drawings. Okay, we did that one. Let's see. Who else can we draw? How many pictures do we have to get? We draw Horatio? Here we go. Okay. Let's go into the barn. Can we draw the lady in here with the sheep? Basically everybody that you talked to that didn't do anything. Oh. That's weird. There's some interpretations. Okay. Can we draw our uncle? Uncle Vladimir? We can. Nice. Aw, that looks a little cute. I like his shoes. Alright. Run out this way. Let's go this way. Gallery left. Monkeys. Oh, maybe this lady? Can we draw her? We can. What's she look like? Oh. She has a bird on her head. And like, messy hair. My goodness. Alright. Rotting old zombies. Okay. Oh, the tavern? There's somebody to draw in the tavern, maybe? What about the guy peeing? There we go. Alright. I think that's as many people as I can get, I think. Couldn't draw anybody else. So let's go back to the guy and try to give him the book. Maybe that will work. Hey guy, I have a book for you. It's full of pictures. That just makes me draw him again. I don't want to draw him again. What's the quill for? Okay, so that's not what I thought that was for. How about the compendium of birds? Are you present trade? This isn't a library. Oh, okay. What about the magic flute? Can I just give it to you? No. I don't remember that now. I don't think that tune was sufficiently magical. Okay. What about a flagon of ale? I'm not interested in that, thank you. No, okay. What What about a big cauliflower? Not interested in that, thank you. Okay, what about the gun? That wasn't what I wanted to do, but okay. Well, that didn't work out. That would have been messy. Alright. Huh. Alright, let's go ask the guy. See what we can do. What do we have to do to help the lady with the hot tub? We have to get the book. I don't know how to get the book, though. He won't talk to me. Give me some spiritual guidance. Ask me a question. I'll tell you the answer. How do I help the lady who thinks her well is a hot tub? You need to get the songbook from the wizards first. Yeah, I got that. Stick a cauliflower or something into their chimney to smoke them out. Oh. Then go to the tavern and get a drink for them so they stick around. After that, you can remove the chimney blockage, grab the songbook, and play the appropriate song for the woman at the well. Oh, okay. That's the advice I need. Alright. You got this. I'll leave you in peace. Okay. So to their chimney? Stick a cauliflower in there. Okay, I guess that's why we needed the cauliflower. It wasn't what I thought we needed to do. I thought we needed to, like, trade with him or something, but I guess not. I guess blocking their chimney is just as good as a solution as any. Let's see. We have a cauliflower. Huh. Nice. Oh no, not this again. Should we magic ourselves out of here? Where to? Well, just outside, surely. So we can investigate the cause of this backdraft. Or we can magic ourselves to the pub until the winds change. Pub sounds good, actually. Let's go. Magic. Okay, so now they're in the pub. And we need to get them to stick around the pub, so we need to give them a flagon of ale. There they are. What's up, guys? It's those creepy wizards from the dilapidated shack in the forest. What's up, guys? Hello. Buddy, I don't get a lot of me time. Please let me relax for a second. What about a flagon? Beer? I'll take that. Thank you. Okay. Can you talk to them? Hello. Beer, please. Actually, that'll be all, thank you. I'm not the one. Beer, please. Okay. Okay. We gave him a beer. They're gonna stick around, hopefully. Hopefully. Now let's go take the cauliflower out of the chimney. Let's go take that out. I sense the winds have changed. Let me finish my drink first. Nice. Now we can take the book. Hey, who stole my book? What book? I'm a magical flipping wizard, mate. I know it was you. Okay, it was me. Give it back. No. Oh well, that's checkmate, I guess. He's got you there. Well played, sir. Enjoy the book. Use it wisely. Nice. We got the book. Book of spells. Okay, let's see. Materialize a functionally irrelevant meat pie. Fill a deep dark void with warm soapy water. New hat. New hat? Okay, let's see. We can get a new hat. So that's the 3 top ones and then the second to last one. So 3 top ones and then the second to last one. Top ones. New hat! Yay! You got a new hat! Okay. What let's see. Second to last, the bottom one, and then the last one again. Okay. Second to last, bottom, and then last. Okay, second to last, bottom. Here we go. Nice. We did it. OMG, you're my hero. That's 7 good deeds, did. I guess I should go brag to Papa now. Alright, let's go brag to Papa. Can we make a meat pie? Hold on, I kind of want to make a meat pie. Materialize a functionally irrelevant meat pie. Bottom, second to bottom, third. So bottom, second to bottom, third. Oh, we played with them. That isn't what I wanted to do. Okay, interesting. Magical musical maestro. Interesting. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. We make a meat pie if we target our dad. Let's go talk to Dad. Maybe we can do it if we talk to Horatio. Okay, what's the notes again? Bottom, second to bottom, third. Okay. Bottom, second to bottom, third. Make a meat pie? No, I guess not. Okay. Let's go talk to Immortal John. Hey Dad, we did it. I've done 7 good deeds. Wonderful. I'm so proud of you, son. Tell me, what deeds have you performed? Helped a man teach his children how to fish. He helped a poacher who already possessed an abundance of fish, greedily murder an innocent carp. Oh dear. Helped a lonely woman find an appropriate life partner. He tricked an envious young woman into wasting her youth in an attempt to emulate the happiness of her siblings. Did he now? Helped a young, struggling father get some much needed rest. He encouraged some neglectful fathering by feeding a gluttonous child some pink cow shit. Gross. I aided a loving couple in fulfilling their sexual fantasies. He encouraged a pair of sodomites to commit indecent, lustful acts in public. I see. Oh, they're all sins. I see. I assisted a struggling marksman in spotting his prey. He helped a bird murderer prove himself to a naked midget whose taunting was denting his pride. Gosh. Helped a world-wearied wife soothe her aching muscles. He performed witchcraft in order to aid a slothful mad woman in bathing at 3 p.m. on a Thursday. There's nothing wrong with that. Scandalous. I see a long-standing quarrel between two foes in the forest. Resolved. He gave action to one man's wrath by stabbing another man in the leg with a pre-bloodied arrow. How terribly unhygienic. Right-ho. So I sent you out to perform 7 good deeds, and you have instead circuitously aided and abetted the performance of 7 deadly sins. To be fair, I think Vlad put quite a lot of work into manipulating his wording into such a manner as to suggest that. But I will admit a few of them seemed a little questionable in hindsight. What on earth drove you to commit these heinous acts? I was guided by the Lord, as you suggested I would be. Ha ha ha. Archibald is dressed up in your old robes and crown again, sir. He's causing all sorts of mischief around town. I think the lad may have mistaken him for the Lord incarnate. Ah ha 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 ha. Wait, what? Enough. My child, you proved yourself to be a disappointment, as always. Oh no! There's nothing left for me to do but die. Oh no! Death of the Reprobate. Well, that was a bit of anticlimactic. I hereby declare Immortal John dead. In accordance with his wishes, John's estate and title will be bequeathed to... Dramatic pause. None of you idiots. Power corrupts all those who possess it. Let anarchy reign and let the world burn to ash if that's God's will. Bummer. Bummer's right. What now then? Now the vacuum of power sucks all the greedy and desperate into its heated maw. War and death and suffering will rule the land for 1,000 days and nights. Then a new tyrant will emerge to wreak havoc upon those unfortunate enough to have survived. Dang. But first the funeral. Pick a selection of colorful flowers, then meet us in the graveyard at the far end of the forest. Ha, sure. Might as well give the old bastard a proper send-off, I guess. No further questions. Here we go. Oh, flowers. Blue flower, red flower, blue flower, white flower, white flower. Nice. Some more flowers. Blue flower, blue flower. We missed a white flower back there. Hold on. Oh, they came back. Yellow flower. Pink flower. Let's go this way. Goodness, all these ladies everywhere. White flower. Yellow flower. Red flower. You should probably wait here. I don't think you're setting quite the right tone for a funeral. Interesting. An active gravedigger. A lazy gravedigger smoking his pipe on a tree stump. I ain't lazy, I'm on break. Hello. Hello. Who are you? Gravedigger. What's your name? Gravedigger. So, who's the guy actually digging the grave? Gravedigger. What's his name? Gravedigger. And who's the creepy dude watching you from afar? That's Bob. He's the foreman. His job is to watch over us and make sure we do our jobs properly. Who watches over Bob? Our Lord God Almighty, I guess. And who watches over him? Now there's a question I ain't got an answer for. What are you doing? Nothing, I'm on break. Is this my father's grave? I don't know. Who's your father? Immortal John. Ha! A bit more mortal than you thought, John. More like... That's a bit disrespectful given the circumstances. Sorry, grave digging rumor. Anyway, this ain't your daddy's grave. He's through the back on the swanky marble pyre with the dramatic panoramic view. Get back to work. I'm on break. Okay. Let me take a look at this grave. Just some random dude's grave, I guess. Little pipe nymphs. Some weird horny centaurs playing the traditional French folk song Un Jeune Filet. Filet? Alright, let's head back this way. Panoramic view, you said? Oh. Oh, there's John. Bishop Steamhoover. What's up, guy? A dilapidated old bishop in a dusty cassock. What's up, guy? God bless you, Bishop. I'm glad you could be here. I'm sorry for your loss. Sycophantic stragglers. These chumpies follow my papa everywhere, around everywhere. They claim to be in awe of his divine benevolence or something, but I suspect they really just want his money. Let's take a look at John. A big gaudy shrine with a massive candlestick and a golfing trophy. A golfing trophy? Can you talk to John? Rest in peace, Father. Last words. Nice. Alright, can we talk to Uncle Vladimir? He thinks he's second in line to the throne, but, well, I guess he was wrong. Uncle, I think it's time we put our differences behind us. Let's not make this any more difficult than it has to be. Say a few words to your father, and give him those flowers if you want to. Have a little pray at the shrine, and then we can finally draw a line under this whole ridiculous escapade. Oh, we have flowers. I forgot. 12 colorful flowers. Alright, and the shrine. Let's have a pray. Oh, I love this song. Here's a bird. Ooh, all the way up to space. This is so pretty. The end. Aww. That's it? That's it? Whoa. I worked almost a decade on this godforsaken world. Believe me, I want it to end as much as you do. But I'm not going out on some wasabi BS like that. And I'm definitely not leaving the door open for another fucking sequel. Dramatic pause. A dramatic pause there, we be out. Let's burn this motherfucking shithole to the ground. Oh god. Literally. On your feet, shithead. We're going to trigger a wee apocalypse, yeah? Wait. No time for questions. This is supposed to be a thrilling, action-packed denouement. Denouement? We need to keep the pace up. Plague of Locust. My locust guy is ready to go. But he needs to kill all the local birds before he can get a decent plague going. I filled your cute little handgun with deadly little bullets. Go, go, go. Wait a second. What the heck is a locust guy? It's a guy who provides locusts. This is really not complicated. Why does your locust guy need us to kill all the local birds? Do you have any idea how many locusts it takes to trigger a plague? It's no easy feat. He needs a base layer of locusts to get the ball rolling, but these dang birds keep eating all the local locusts. That's a bit of a stretch. Look, buddy, this is supposed to be an epic finale. You need to keep the ball rolling, so you're just gonna have to go with it and do as I tell you. Shoot the freaking birds. It's gonna be a right laugh. Fine. Why do you want to trigger an apocalypse? I'm pretty sure I covered that in my opening monologue. I'm so freaking tired of this shit. Okay, let's murder some birds. Let's go! Is there a bird in here? I don't see one. Oh, there's a bird. Right there. But not on its boob. Oh no! Yes, that's it. Alright. Let's go this way. Is there a bird over here? There is a bird over here. Some kind of bird or something. Can we identify it? What is it? Looks like a powerful David. Oh. Let's shoot it. Pow. Oh no, the branch fell down. Cracking! Ha 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 ha. Alright. There's another bird up there. This isn't what I was expecting. I thought we'd just get a nice simple ending. Dang. Is there a bird in here? No, no bird in here. Oh, nope, there is a bird in here. It's up here on the top. Oh god. Oh god. Should probably get out of here before the roof caves in. Right, let's get out of here. Ah ha ha ha. I'm crescending so hard right now. Bird. Bunko. Okay, can't go that way. Go this way. There's a bird. Ooh. Goodness. Smashing. Ah ha ha ha. There's a bird in here. Oh no. They closed it off. There is a bird in here. Oh goodness. Splat. Ooh, you got some bird brains on the camera. Ha ha ha. What the heck are you doing, man? Get out of here. Alright, they closed that off to us. Let's go this way. And here. There's a bird on your head. Hopefully we don't shoot you. Oh, nope, we did. Yahtzee. Alright. We're bringing about the apocalypse. Oh god. Alright. I like the blood on the camera. That's really cute. Shoot him. There we go. There's a locust. Gross. That's the last of them, lads. Gross. Let's swarm these chumps. Out of his butthole. Thank flipping Christ. I picked the wrong hiding place. Yeah, you did. Locusts! Wowzers! That's incredibly annoying. You probably have done that one last. Haha. Oh well, all the more reason to keep the pace up. Apocalypse Plan Step 2. Set the world ablaze. I've added a rudimentary explosive device to your inventory. You only have one though, so you need to use it in a way that causes the most damage possible. Causes the most damage possible? Can we go back? Musical skeletons. A pair of reanimated skeletons playing Antonio Vivaldi's Summer, violin concerto in G minor. Let's go this way. Okay, throw that explosive device through the gallery window so it sets all the paintings on fire. That way everything will start to burn. Whoa, you could have given me a second to figure that out for myself. Oh, you poor little baby. Did I rob you of an opportunity to feel clever? Are you really still searching for the fabled Eureka moment? Haha. Grow up. It's not 1994, you're 39 years old for Christ's sake. If the puzzle difficulty is pitched just right, that's my triumph, not yours. Now throw the flipping explosive, you pitiful snail. Yes, Papa. Is that our Papa? I didn't think so. I don't know who that was. Meat pie. Oh, we got a meat pie. Rudimentary explosive device. Throw it to the gallery windows. Let's see what happens. Oh god. Monkey's on fire. Everything's on fire. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go. One last thing to do. Apocalypse Plan Step 3. Raise the dead from their graves. Get your tight little butt back to that graveyard and start digging. Alright, let's go back to the graveyard. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Grave. Shovel. Dig. I'm not a big fan of digging up corpses at the best of times. Certainly not with my bare hands. Oh, I have to use the shovel. Shovel on the grave. Smack. Thanks, bud. It was really lonely down there. Stick your fist in your gob and tug on that earlobe, because this shit's about to get weird. Oh goodness. Why are they sticking their hands over their throat? I'ma get you! He's a get you! Run! Oh god. Run! Run! People are fighting everywhere. Oh my goodness. Guy's being stabbed with a bone? That lady is kissing a centaur? That guy's in a bowl. Run, guy, run. I don't remember his name. Run. All the way back to the lake. Look at all the people. Everybody's dying. Well, yep, skeletons everywhere. Run! Oh no, he got us. You are dead. Is that where were we supposed to die? I don't know if we were supposed to die. Can we continue? Oh. Grave. Maybe we were in the other way. It's really lonely down there. Shit's about to get weird. Nope. Okay, we have to run the other way. Let's get you. Run. Nope. Oh goodness. Run. We'll try this again. Keep running. Keep running. Run. past all the flames, past all the people dying. Quickly. Up this way. No, run! Run! Oh no, we got 8 again. I guess that's it. Duh. I guess that's it. Maybe? I feel like there should be an ending to that. Hold on, let me take a look. Are we just supposed to die and then that's the end? Because it doesn't really let me move when I get to that last area. Let's see. Death of the Reprobate walkthrough. The ending. At the lake, make for the end of the cliff and drop down from there. Oh. Is there more? Hold on. Let's go take a look. That way I know where I'm going. Also would help if my mouse didn't, like, freak out. Alright, let's go take a look at this last area. Focus, you fool. The grave is the other way. Oh, they won't let me go that way. Okay. We'll try this. We'll keep going. We'll get to the end. Alright. Once it gets to that last area, it doesn't really like to let me move around, though. Grave. Smack. Thanks, bud. Things are about to get weird. I'm gonna get you. Please get you. Run. 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 Look for the end of the cliff, it says. We'll try. Give it a shot. Oh, here we go. Down. Come down. Goodness. Get wrecked, law. Oh, goodness. Is that it? Sometime later. Well, well, well. What have these scamps been up to? Lust, mainly. They coveted the absolute shit out of their neighbors' wives. Also some butt stuff. We all love a bit of butt stuff. Am I right? Lol. As some demons threaten them with a 10-foot penknife while they cower in the huddled nudes. Had the red boy shit piss through a window, into a funnel, through a barrel, and into their mouths. Have a man with only limbs run a sword through their chests and run into the butts of their lovers. Have an unapologetic bird nun demon press them into a bed of nails. Stop a man-eating Gurnard. Let's do this one. You got it. Great judgment, my lord. Name your sins. He's done all 7, many times over. Nice. Stick an arrow through his throat and tie him into a bundle stick of a duck-headed bowman. Pop him in a barrel of hot black frogs and have him tormented by a knife-wielding wizard. Impale him on a large barbed banner pole and have crows circle him ominously. Blindfold him, stab him, poke a heron's beak up his arse, and read him some snippets of scripture. Look at that one. Can do. A splendid verdict, Your Grace. Hey, I know this one. Great job with the whole apocalypse bit, my guy. I think we nailed it. That leap of faith you did at the end there was a really nice touch. Splendid. However, you have sinned, old bean, and helping me bring the world to a fiery finish is not, I'm afraid, grounds for acquittal. Impale him on a tiny elm with 2 blood-vomiting nudists and a superfluous helmet. Have a crow-footed nun lay a pair of eggs nearby and then cook him up in a ill-fitting skillet. Entangle him in a flame-rooted sapling and have a strange beast gnaw at him and cut off his arms. Pop him in a spit of a busy fireplace and have a pregnant blue ghoul baste him with boiling oil. We'll have him entangled. Ah. Sorry, some chump with a sword going into her butt. A flame-rooted sapling, some strange beast gnawing at you and cutting off your arms. Scream! A crow-footed nun cooking some poor sod in an ill-fitting skillet. Scream! Untold horrors. Death of the Reprobate. There we go. That's the ending I was looking for. Well, that was fun. I wasn't expecting it to be so short. I was expecting it to go a little bit longer, but I guess not. I'm glad we got that ending bit with the apocalypse. I thought that was pretty funny. These games are always very quirky. Like I said, it uses Renaissance art and classical music to tell a story, so I think that's really interesting. I haven't seen a lot of games do that. Renaissance art is weird, man. Art in general is very weird, but like this time period where like people were learning how to draw and like paint, and the things that they were drawing were like half imaginary, half real, I guess. Because I don't think we know, but like the people with like this lady over here with the fluffy, like, and the demons, like they were very imaginative people back then. Artists were really interesting. Love this game. I think it's so funny. A game by Joe Richardson. He does some other games if you want to go check them out. They're all very interesting. I love Four Last Things and Procession of Calvary, which are the first 2 games of this series. So if you're interested in playing these other games, I highly recommend you go check them out. Here's all the music. Interesting. Featuring artwork. Lots of artwork. This adventure is created with the Adventure Creator plugin. Okay. Many thanks to Chris Burton for all his help and support. Translations by Warlocks. PR marketing support. Emotional support. Aw, testers. The end, for real this time. Aw, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. Death of the Reprobate and the other following games, or the other previous games, are so interesting and weird. But yeah, that's it for Death of the Reprobate today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was really weird and like quirky. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to play more games? I have another game by Joe Richardson, but I haven't played it before, so I don't know how long it is. It's very different from Death of the Reprobate too. It was one of his first games, so I don't know if it's really like in line with Death of the Reprobate. We can give it a try. Kind of want to give it a try and see how it goes. Let's do that. Let me go to the bathroom real quick and I'll get set up with this other game, and then we can play that and see how it goes. Well, let's try that. Alright, I'll be right back. Give me like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Alright, welcome back to that. Let's see if this game works. Let's see. Can you work, please? Pretty please? Oh, maybe I open it. There we go. Let's see. How's the sound? Pretty good. Alright. So this is the Preposterous Awesomeness of Everything, a game by Joe Richardson. This was one of the first games that he made, I believe. It's one of the earlier games that you can get on Steam by Joe Richardson. Never played it before. You can get some information. Oh. Kind of a traditional point-and-click adventure game. Mouse is required to play the game. Use the verbs in the bottom left of the screen and the items you collect to interact with your surroundings. Blah, 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 blah. As you play, when this happens, a message will appear at the bottom of the screen to inform you your progress has been saved. Okay. Sitting on myself in a small desk in the corner of my bedroom, I'm not an experienced programmer, just a misguided twit with a dream. Consequently, and despite my best efforts to prevent them, there will probably be some lingering bugs in the game. If you encounter a problem, please let me know by sending a message. Also, sorry, I guess, if the cursor was to slide around the screen against your will, try to unplug your gamepad. If all background music disappears, exit the game and continue from the last checkpoint. Alright. Interesting. Oh, PewDiePie. Wait. All my friends and family, from up to moral and in some cases financial support, everyone who backed the project on Kickstarter, especially David Deuce, Slade Jones, Lee Cubilius, who were extra generous and or helpful, Felix Kelberg, yeah, aka PewDiePie for supplying the beautiful face of the dangerous lunatic, everyone in the Visionary Studio team forums, especially Lee Clark, AFRL Me, for coding support, Camilo Arredondo, for duck rescue and sound recording support, and AJoki1 to lighten the tone. Aw, okay, interesting. So let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. If we don't finish this game today, then we won't continue it. This is just a little bit of extra stuff for us to do at the end of the stream, because the last game was ended a little bit earlier than I thought it would. Alright. Disrespect. Do a backflip. Interesting. Anarchy. Reach development stage. Anarchy. Do backflip. Backflip! Disrespect. Okay. Interesting. Is there a salmon rock? It's just a rock. Can we pick up the rock? Nice. We picked up the rock. Okay. Let's go this way. We'll go on a beach. The island is split into two distinct sections by the central mountain ridge. To the east of the ridge is the comfortable area. Here the plump clouds that gather over the central mountain ridge release their crystal clear water in the form of regular morning showers before being burned off by the hot tropical sun. The prevailing southern wind brings cool air from the south, often carrying it with the scent of unusual foreign spices, and helps the diverse local plant life spread its seeds. Consequently, many plants producing edible fruit and berries thrive here, in turn sustaining a rich variety of life. To the west of the ridge is the barren area. Little is known about the barren area due to the natural travel restrictions imposed by the ridge, but the few intrepid explorers who have made the journey quickly return, describing the barren area as a total shitberg and complaining of dust in unspeakable places. Interesting. Comfortable area. Populated clearing. Can't go there yet. Comfortable area. Cliff top. Let's go to the clearing. Hey guy, what's up? Examine Anthony. Can we? Okay, let's examine Anthony then. Everyone listens to Anthony because Anthony has an uncommonly massive head. It looks as if he has a brain the size of a basketball, causing his head to bulge at the top like a light bulb. In fact, he has a rare genetic disorder, and his deformed head is mainly full of useless fluids. He gets migraines and has trouble sleeping and suffers from mild IDD, but he manages to maintain an air of intelligence by not saying or doing much, allowing people to assume he's in deep, complex thought. In reality, he's usually having sexual fantasies about Helen or having annoying bits of song stuck in his head. IDD, or intellectual development disorder, is the current acceptable term for what's previously referred to as a mental retardation. However, this term is subject to the euphemism treadmill and may therefore have been replaced by the time you read this. Maybe IDD, idiot, has become a common term of abuse. If this is the case, it can be apologized for my crass language. Aw, that's cute. Alright, let's talk to Anthony. Hello. Hi. How's it going? Okay. What are you doing? Nothing, I guess. How come your head is so big? Pass. Do you enjoy the grotesque and hilarious satirical works of Francois Rabelais? I sure do. Bye then. Okay. There's a little duck. Can I look at the little duck? No, I can't. High up food. This is high up non-moving pink food, your favorite of all non-moving foods. Inside there is yummy stuff and seeds. The yummy stuff makes people grow, and the seeds, when pooped, make more trees grow. Win-win. Can we pick up the food? Nice. Oh, it grows more. Interesting. Oh, it's a chick. What's up, lady? Jane. Jane has low self-esteem on account of her thick, bushy eyebrows. While other people mill about pointing their faces in any old direction, Jane does her best to keep hers pointed the other way. As a result of this behavior, you know very little about her, other than A, she has bad posture, and B, you're almost certainly in love with her. Currently, Jane is eating small, round, non-moving red food from a bush. Let's talk to her. I don't know how. Oh my god. Can we disrespect her? I don't want to do that. Okay, can we disrespect Anthony? Spam head. Can we pray for Anthony? Okay. I'm pretty sure everything will be okay now. Okay. Can we give the food... Oh, use food with Jane. Can we give her some food? She has plenty. Okay. What's up, guy? Byron. Byron is very strong. He is the only person capable of making the big, hairy, moving food with horns stop running away. While everyone else spends hours looking for little, slower, stationary food, Byron sits and waits for big, hairy, moving food with horns to trot past. Then he promptly slaughters them with his bare hands and greedily consumes their edibles, while everyone else gathers around to gawp at him and pick any leftover scraps off the carcass when he's done. Currently, Byron is chowing down without an audience. Let's talk to Byron. I don't want to disturb him while he's eating. Okay. I like the little ducks. They're so cute. Can we use the rock on Byron? Violence is never the answer. Okay. That's fair. What's this? Important looking things. Helen has kindly separated the important looking things from the junk pile. Exactly how she determined what was and was not important looking is unclear, but you have no reason to question her judgment. Hey, Helen. Helen is the comfortable area's most conveniently attractive female. She is able to survive almost entirely on food offered to her by her eager would-be mates. She is thus rendering free to spend her days pottering around and claiming to be in showbiz. Currently, Helen has discovered a large quantity of somewhat mechanical-looking litter and is having a tidy up. She has made two piles, important-looking things and useless-looking junk. Oh, is that PewDiePie? Majority of people. The majority of people are pissing about with a large pile of predominantly metallic junk. Brad and Dan are fighting over a particularly shiny piece of cylindrical sheet metal. Clyde is proudly exhibiting what appears to be a pair of dangerously malfunctioning spark plugs. The lunatic is popping in and out of things like a boss. And Amit Victor Polat is just hanging around. The pile of junk itself is suspiciously coherent looking. Note regarding Brad and Dan. Brad and Dan are twins. However, no one realizes they are twins because Brad always wears a cap. On the rare occasions when Brad removes his cap to do a theatrical bow or during high-stakes foot race, he's often mistaken for Dan. Dan, on such occasions, has been known to mistake Brad for a mirror or a remarkably clear body of water. Dan doesn't sound very smart. Can we talk to the people? They seem pretty engrossed in some good old harmless fun. I'm gonna leave them to it. Okay. Can we consume the food? Nom 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 nom. Okay, we ate it. Can we disrespect the people? You guys are all dumb and you all smell and don't think deeply enough for my liking. Can we disrespect Helen? Don't you dare. Sorry. Can we pick up the important looking stuff? There we go. Hat and vest and some books. Interesting. Okay. Everybody's over here. Let's pick up another fruit. There we go. Let's go back out this way. Can we go to the cliff top? Oh. Pickles and preserves and Drake. Let's go talk to Drake. Drake is the only inhabitant of the comfortable area who possesses genuine intelligence. Proof of this can be seen in the fact that he has constructed some awesome pants and sandals from leaf matter, and is apparently the only person who I've recently washed. Drake's intelligence makes it difficult for him to interact with his peers, who spend most of their time fighting and bickering about which is the best X-Man, and as a result, he spends a lot of time alone. Solitude gives him the time and freedom to think deeply and extensively about important matters, which is in turn increases his intelligence and furthers his exclusion from the group. Damn. You're talking to him? Excuse me. Yes. What are you doing up here? Staring pensively into the distance. What are you looking at? My focus is, if mainly directed towards my thoughts at present. I'm thinking about the concept of repetition and the illusory nature of progress. Can I have some of your pickles and/or preserves? I'm afraid not. Do you know anything about these books? I sure do. Drake explains that the majority of the books are academic textbooks and manuals containing in-depth instructions for the design, construction, and operation of a fully functional space rocket. He goes on to explain that all the parts you need to build a rocket should be lying around somewhere, and someone ambiguously suggests that you should keep them safe or burn them or something. You return to the populated clearing, unsure what to do with this new information. You watch on as the majority of people continue to piss about with what you know is a collection of probably rather valuable space rocket parts. You're partly disgusted by the general level of stupidity and ignorance being exhibited by your peers, and partially disgusted that your own apparent superiority is causing you to stand around being disgusted instead of joining the fun. Is it? Hey guys, stop upping about. Let's build a freaking space rocket. No response. I guess I don't have the authority to give orders around here. Oh, okay. Can we talk to these people? These mindless arcanic buffoonery looks like a whole bunch of fun. Can I join in? Sure thing, buddy. You run up and kick something black because it's almost round and it shatters into 1,000 pieces. This is awesome. You smash some more stuff, then you break some stuff in half across your knee. You then punch George in the back of the head for no reason, do a poo in front of everyone, and fall asleep under some sheet metal. Lol, men, am I right? Death by old age. Oh no! And you wake up by the next day, everything has been smashed and trodden into the mud. That was hella fun, says Clyde. Yes, you agree. With no more shiny things to distract them, feeling rather hungry after expending so much energy frivolously, everyone returns to looking for food. You find some food and manage to eat some food, and then find some food and eat some food again and again. One day you manage to catch a deer foal. One day you realize that your berry preference has shifted from sweetness to more tart. One day your back starts to ache and never goes back to normal, and eventually you stop thinking about the pain, but your mobility is seriously reduced. No one invents hungry hippos. No one lives past 40. No one can find anything in particular to complain about. Eventually your heart just stops beating, and briefly there's pain, then much less. Briefly, forever, there's nothing. The end. You didn't win. Damn. Let's try again. Can we continue? Okay, never mind. Alright, so don't play with them. We talk to Helen. Hi, hello. What are you doing? Having a tidy up. What's with this junk? I don't know. You want to help me build a rocket? I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. You help me get the others involved? You help me convince the others to get involved? The majority of people listen to you. They tend to look more than listen with me. Maybe try convincing Anthony to help. They really do listen to him. Okay. Fine then. Sorry. Bye. Bye. Alright, let's go talk to Anthony. Let's go talk to Anthony. Anthony. You wanna help me build a space rocket? Nah. Come on, if you help, then everyone will help. We'll have it built in no time. No, Ta. Wouldn't you like to fly to the moon? Nope. Please? Nope. Fine then. Dot dot dot. Bye then. Okay. Do you want... Oh. It's a cool hard hat and sweet luminous high-vis vest. Type used by people who like to get shit done. The hard hat has the letters PM embossed on the front. Presumably it stands for project manager, but it's also possible that it stands for something else. Project protector of melons maybe? Or president of Malaysia? Either way, whoever wears this stuff will look super legit. Use... Can we pick up the hat and the vest? No. Can we use the hat and the vest? No. Can we use the books? With Anthony? You know anything about these books? And no. Alright. Let's go back to the cliff. What else do you have to say, guy? You wanna help me build a rocket? I don't like to get my hands dirty until after the bickering, but I'm happy to offer advice. How can I get people to stop effing about and listen to me? What am I supposed to be doing? I'm a bit lost. Life is not some sort of game where we have to strive to progress towards a finite end goal. It is a journey. A pointless, meaningless journey. You're not supposed to be doing anything. How can I get the people to stop effing about and listen to me? I would suggest you find someone in a position of authority who you can use as a go-between. Who can I use as a go-between? People will tend to listen to Anthony. I've tried to convince Anthony to help me, but he refuses. Try harder. And Anthony is not the sharpest tool in the box. I'm sure you can find a way to confuse him into complying. Anthony will not help me. First, click befuddle, then click on Anthony. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, okay. Befuddle. Oh, there is a befuddle. Okay. You tell Anthony that if he doesn't do as you say, Godzilla will eat him. It's one of the basic principles of general knowledge, you inform him. Anthony does not want to appear not to know the basic principles of general knowledge, and he definitely does not want to be eaten by a Godzilla, so he agrees to do as you say. Congratulations, you have acquired the special item, Anthony. Nice. Saving, nice. Find a figurehead. Alright. Majority of people. Let's build a frickin' space rocket. No response. I guess I don't have the authority to give orders around here. Talk to Anthony. Dance for me. Ooh, wiggle wiggle. Okay. Use Anthony. I don't know how. Oh. Use Anthony with the majority of people. Hey guys, let's build a freaking rocket ship. Everyone stops what they're doing and looks in the direction of Anthony. Towards Anthony. They can see by the size of his massive head that Anthony is an intelligent dude, but they know from experience that he completely lacks any kind of self-confidence or authority. Consequently, they are never torn between an impulse to trust his judgment and a more pressing desire to continue doing whatever the heck they want. Dan breaks the indecision by pointing out that Anthony is wearing boxer shorts with little love hearts on them, then improvising a lewd serenade in the general direction of Helen. Everyone laughs briefly, loses their train of thought, and then goes back to what they were doing. Oh, so he needs clothes. Well, that didn't help. What if we use the hat and the vest with Anthony? Now Anthony looks super legit. Nice. Okay, let's use Anthony on the people. Let's build a freaking space rocket. Everyone looks in the direction of Anthony. They can see you by his head. Yeah. And they can tell by his hard hat and vest that he knows how to get shit done. Consequently, they stop what they're doing and obediently wait for orders. We must work together in a clear, organized manner. Whispering. Democratically elect a leader. I would like to nominate Anthony. A reaction to the stress of the situation, Anthony's temporal lobe triggers a neural response in his hypothalamus that, among other things, causes his adrenal and pituitary glands to secrete large quantities of hormones, including cortisol, epinephrine, and ACTH. Corticotropin. The cortisol, aided by the corticotropin, facilitates the conversion of fatty acids into energy, while the epinephrine stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, mobilizing this new energy, dilating his pupils and increasing his heart rate, blood flow, and blood sugar levels. In short, Anthony flips out. Glah! Cardigans! Oh! He punched us. Goodness. Is that it? Do we lose? Sometime later. I wanted to pick Anthony because I thought we could use him. People listen to him. Oh, there's a tree. Oh. Hey guy. Oh, we have clothes now. Ah, you're awake. Where am I? The cliff top. I moved you up here for safekeeping. Why am I dressed as an early 19th German man on a recreational visit to Florida? It's a long story. Well, I like it. Good. How long have I been out for? Some time. What'd I miss? Well, Drake explains that after Anthony knocked you out and ran away, the vote went ahead without you. Brad and Dan have been the only candidates willing to take the responsibility of leadership, and Dan has been awarded the job after lying more wildly about his physical strength. I can bench 1 million and my lats are strong, solid tungsten. I can bench 550. Dan and his buddies tried to read the official Build a Rocket kit manual, but it was far too complicated. They tried to read It's Not Rocket Science, except it is, but that was also too complicated. So they resorted to trying to click bits together like in a big colorful pictures of rocket building for dinguses. Then, when this also turned out to be harder than anticipated, eager to appear as if they knew what they were doing, they resorted to using large quantities of PVA glue to help stick the bits together more easily. I can swim faster than an adult manta ray. Dan has less than the requisite number of toes. Meanwhile, Brad was super pissed that Dan got the project manager job simply by fabricating information about the material from which the muscles in his back were composed, so he started campaigning against him. He spent the next few days telling derogatory lies about Dan, telling flattering lies about himself, and saying the word change more and more, loud and necessary, and louder than necessary. This was enough to get the majority of people to vote him in as their new project manager. However, Brad turned out to be no better than Dan. He too was incapable of understanding the complex language used in the manuals, and resorted to sticking the bits together with masking tape. Dan took the opportunity to start his own campaign, adding hollow promises to the fragrant lies, and he was soon re-elected. Okay. The job project manager has been passed back and forth between those two jerks ever since, and little real progress has been made on the rocket. Why didn't you run for project manager? I wanted to make sure I knew how to build a rocket first. I've been reading and building scale models and attending distance learning courses and writing numbers with a squeaky pen. So I didn't run now. I refuse to tell lies or give bribes or make hollow promises. So I'd never win. But that's where you come in. I was hoping you might run on my behalf. What will I have to do? Whatever it takes to get elected. Let's do it. Okay, the first thing you need to do is register as a candidate. Uh-oh. Block that number. There we go. People trying to call me. If not calling me, they're calling somebody else. The first thing you need to do is register as a candidate so you can gain access to the stage. Take this DM in case you need to make any bribes. Okay, boss, I got this. Examine Drake's things. Drake has amassed a large collection of things relating to the production of space rockets, piles of leather-bound journals and ring binders containing detailed information on the subject, a collection of tools with which he seems to have been building functional test rockets, a gramophone playing common classical dross, and a mess of hastily scribbled diagrams, notes, and equations, which seem suitably complicated and erratic to be highly intelligent. There does seem to be an awful lot of smoke and fire in the diagram marked launch emissions, though. Goodness. Examine tools. Apparently, the use of tools is one of the main contributing factors in the development of higher intelligence in humans. Without tools, humans might still be groping around in the mud, thinking in pictures and sounds, not knowing what fax machine is, coexisting in harmony with the rest of the animals, like chumps. It's no surprise then that Drake has more tools than everybody else. However, these particular tools look more like basic builder's tools than the precision implements you might expect to be used by someone designing a fully functional space rocket. Detonator. When the T-handle is compressed, this detonator will use an electric charge along the firing line, triggering the launch apparatus to fire the model rocket. You understand that safety is paramount in such situations, and it is wise to err on the side of caution, but the detonator seems to have been placed in an overly cautious distance from the launch pad. Can we use the detonator? Oh, there it goes. Where'd it go? There's a town now. Cowabunga. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, let's get back to the game. We only have a little bit more time, so I do want to get through a little bit of this and kind of figure out what the plot's supposed to be. Cowabunga. Alright, let's see. We got some jam. Let's go talk to the group and see what's going on. It looks like they've built something. Oh goodness. Dance, 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 dance. Do a backflip. Woo! Examine bar area. This fully functional bar area is promised to the people during Dan's 8th stint as leader of the opposition, as a reaction to Brad developing a strawberry milk river during the previous term. It has a programmable LED dance floor and cool retro boombox, and an impressive collection of spirits and a surplus of olives. The increasingly elaborate cocktails it supplies do a great job of placating the majority of people. Interesting. Hey, Helen. Since the majority of people have become distracted by the spectacle of Brad and Dan's campaigning, Helen no longer receives the attention she had previously grown accustomed to. She still gets enough free food to survive, but she has to work for it now. She spends most of her time hanging around the bar area, drinking elaborate rum-based cocktails, blowing kisses, and acting in a generally flirtatious manner. Frankly, she's starting to appear a bit gross. Damn. Hey, Helen. Hi. Hello? How's it going? Fabulous, darling. You feeling okay? I'm feeling fabulous. You have a perp bite. How's showbiz? It's fabulous. I'll leave you to it. Alright. What's up, Byron? Byron has been employed as a kind of security guard, one-man army for the Rocket Project. He is fed from the communal food store in exchange for his own divided obedience, and his willingness to intimidate and or poke holes through anyone who doesn't do as they're told by the project manager. He's gladly accepted this role as a means of regaining his social status after the introduction of farmed cattle, rendering his ability to kill large animals with his bare hands pointless. People now somehow consider killing animals with your bare hands cruel and unnatural, favoring the practice of bashing them on the head with a mallet, then pretending it never happened. Alright, what's up, Byron? Hello? Can I go onto the stage, please? Only official PM candidates allowed up there, mate. Can I go up the ladder, please? Only official PM candidates allowed up there, mate. How do I become an official candidate? You have to talk to the project manager about that. What's up the ladder? The ladder leads to the official PM candidate sleeping area. Oh. Why do official candidates get their own sleeping area? You have to speak to the project manager about that. Bye then, I guess. Bye. Interesting. The booze and the work fatigue and the mindlessly repetitive electronic music has turned the majority of people into mutton-headed simpletons. When they're not doing shifts of forced labor on the community farm or in the factory, they hang out here playing with their latest toys, drinking overgarnished cocktails, being slowly indoctrinated by the leader of the opposition, and waiting for the man with the little pencil to tell them what they think. Man with the little pencil. Can we talk to him? They're currently engrossed in the leader of the opposition's rhetoric. Examine the leader of the opposition. Now that Brad has stopped wearing his cap, he and Dan have become almost indistinguishable from one another. One project manages, while the other becomes leader of the opposition. At each vote, they swap roles, but the only difference between them is that one uses tape while the other uses glue. The leader of the opposition spends his time campaigning. He tells flagrant lies and promises increasingly elaborate gifts to the majority of people that he will later force them into build for themselves. He knows he will always win at the next vote because he can dedicate his full attention to campaigning as opposed to the wasting time making progress on the rocket, and he can gain an extra angle of attack by pointing out the current project manager's obvious failings, while the memory of his own failings is faded with the passage of time. Man with a little pencil. The man with a little pencil started writing down things through the sense of moral obligation. He saw people, usually Brad or Dan, doing things he didn't agree with. He investigated, then he wrote down his findings for all to see. But the majority of people either found his articles too long or too complicated, or most often too upsetting to read. Spending all his time writing, the man with the little pencil soon started to go hungry. Brad and Dan would not feed him from the communal food store on account of the derogatory things he had been writing about them, and the majority of people would not feed them from their personal stashes on account of thinking he was a dingle. Subsequently, he was forced to adapt his writing style. At first, he aimed solely to please the majority of people. He continued writing about things he didn't agree with, but he jazzed up the stories a bit and added snappy headlines to grab people's attention. For a while, he survived on handouts from the majority of people, but as they were forced to work increasingly long hours in the factory and on the community farm, their food became more valuable to them, and they soon stopped sharing. His attempts to further shorten and sensationalize his articles were not enough, and soon he was forced to please Brad and Dan as well in order to get fed from the communal food store. As the relative value of food increased, the man with the little pencil was forced to drift further and further from his original noble intentions. These days, he survives by writing pretty much anything Brad and Dan tell him to, or whatever he thinks the people want to hear. Interesting. Look at the camera. It's a camera. And apparently a fashion accessory. Interesting. His computer, this cool high-tech computer machine, was promised to the people during Brad's fourth stint as the leader of opposition, as a reaction to Dan inventing backgammon during the previous term. This innocuous-looking box is in fact capable of fulfilling all your wildest spreadsheet and or word processing-related dreams. It also provides access to a calculator and something called the internet. Unfortunately, no one has had the time to figure out how it works yet, so it just sits here humming gently and gathering dust. Communal food store. Project manager. Now that Brad has stopped wearing his cap, he and Dan have become almost indistinguishable. Oh, we already read this. Wait. The project manager spends his time sitting on a gilded throne, feasting freely from the communal food store and blindly bossing people about. He has long since realized that he's incapable of making any real progress on the rocket. There simply isn't enough time between votes, and the previous PM's mistake have to be undone first. And he has no idea what he's doing. So his only real obligation is maintaining a reassuring, arrogant air of quiet self-confidence. Rocket scientists. Rocket scientists are trapped in a routine of removing Brad's tape in order to stick the bits together with glue for Dan, then removing Dan's glue so as to stick the bits together with tape for Brad. If they were left to their own devices, they would most likely have the rocket built by now, but for Brad and Dan, the appearance of progress is more important than progress itself, so they are never given the time to sit down and figure everything out. It has to get to the point now where they have given up trying to build a rocket at all and are just play acting while drinking cups of tea, thankfully to be avoiding the considerable more grueling work done in the factory and or on the community farm. Interesting. Do a backflip. We talk to these guys? Hey chaps, what's up? How come you didn't finish the rocket yet? It's an extremely difficult and complicated task. Also, our leaders are idiots. Also, we have become downtrodden and complacent as a result of all the red tape we are tied up with. How come you're using so much tape and glue? For political reasons, the PM needs to develop the illusion of progress within a very short time scale. There's simply no time to learn to do things properly. How come you're not using the official Build a Rocket kit manual to build the rocket? Brad threw it away. He couldn't understand all the words and numbers inside and he got upset. How come we still listen to Brad and Dan? They feed us. It's this or working in the factory and or on the farm. This is easier. We get tea. Also, we are buddies from way back, so... See you later. Alright, let's talk to the project manager. Oh. Hello, hi. Have you gone mad or something? Actually, I think it's you that's gone mad. Dang. That's not what I want to do. I want to talk to the project manager. Excuse me. Yes? I'd like to register as an official PM candidate, please. Okay, you'll just need to fill in a candidacy registration form. Where do I get a candidacy registration form? You'll need to fill in a candidate registration form application form. Where do I get a form? I can give you one as soon as you filled in your P9950. Where do I get a P9950? You'll just need to fill in a general form release form. And where do I get a general form release form? I can give you one as soon as you filled in your P9950. Can I have some food, please? All the easy-to-reach branches have been picked clean. My records suggest you have not worked your allotted farm and factory hours this week. So no. I couldn't work because I was unconscious. Can't I just have some unripe plum or something? No exceptions, I'm afraid. Last man Carol made out that had her shattered abdomen was more debilitating than it actually was. Last month, Carol made out that her shattered abdomen was more debilitating than it actually was. I ended up giving her free food for 6 days longer than I might have otherwise. Then Carl tried to capitalize on my weakness by claiming he couldn't work because his leg had been torn off in a hoeing accident. The sneaky bugger could hop around just fine. How come you didn't finish the rocket yet? The rocket project is progressing as planned. The rocket will be finished in no time. How come you're using so much tape and glue on the rocket? The rocket project is progressing as planned. The rocket will be finished in no time. How come you're not using the official Builder rocket? Huh? Where do I get a P950? You'll just need to fill in a general release form. Where do I get that? You fill in your P950. Bye. Alright. Can we use the computer? Hello, what can I help you with today? Use social media to bypass the biased rhetoric of the man with a little pencil. Design and build a satirical computer game highlighting the flaws of the current project management system. Watch James Blunt jamming with a chihuahua. Alright. Design and build a satirical computer game. Despite your obvious lack of experience, you dive headfirst into the development of your game. At first, everything goes well. You feel smart and superior, and you like it. But things soon take a turn for the worse. In an attempt to keep things lighthearted, so as not to seem preachy, your story becomes increasingly silly. The metaphor that seems so concise and meaningful in the planning stage becomes strained and daft as you elaborate on its details, and your inexperienced writing starts to shine through the gaps between the bold ideas you've been using as a cover. Your lack of coding knowledge and curmudgeonly refusal to collaborate forces you to simplify gameplay to a point where you are inadvertently parodying outdated genres and replacing traditional animated cutscenes with the walls of text so dense and rambling as to be almost impenetrable. You realize that there are so few puzzles in your game that it almost isn't a game at all. It would probably make more sense as an illustrated children's book, but then the superfluous background animations wouldn't distract people from the poorly finished artwork, and people's low expectations regarding literary creativity within the output medium wouldn't distract them from the fact that the story makes no sense. And you'd have to admit that while you were exhibiting lots of different skills here, you weren't proving to be especially proficient in the practice of any single one. As you start to lose confidence altogether, you add a weird self-deprecating story branch where the main character struggles to create a game of his own, mirroring your struggle, as if simply acknowledging your failings somehow excuses them. Then your stomach starts to grumble and you bash out a closed beta so the swirling, meaningless mess of it all doesn't keep you awake another night. You ask Drake to test the game for you, whereupon he immediately recognizes it for the snooty, self-aggrandizing piece of crap that it is. He points out that you arguably had no genuine intention of helping the situation, and that you had instead chosen to sit back and point and laugh like a useless tosser. Sorry, you say. I thought for a second there that I might be special. Lol, says Drake. Lol, you. Well, that didn't help. Alright. Let's use the computer to get around the little man with the pencil. You create a social media account and start writing posts about the flaws of the current management system, but you have no online friends, so there's no one to read or like or share them. You send a bunch of friend requests, but only Clyde accepts, and he doesn't read or like or share any posts due to not being able to read. Instead, he tags you in a bunch of cute animal videos, filling your timeline with dross. You tell yourself to persevere and that it takes time to build a following, but then you spend the remainder of the afternoon watching videos of a dog that looks perpetually grumpy. The grumpy dog videos lead to videos of dogs on swings, which in turn lead to videos of people falling over while swing dancing. Somehow you find your way to videos of other people playing board games, then suddenly you're watching videos depicting the aftermath of extreme weather events. By the time you finally pull yourself away from the computer, you've developed a number of physical impediments, including carpal tunnel syndrome, severe short-sightedness, and the ability to straighten your back. You're also very hungry, but these impediments make it extremely difficult to find food. You try to ask for help, but it turns out you also have developed acute social anxiety issues, and you're unable to talk to anyone. You end up hiding yourself deep in the forest, escaping into the fantasy world of survival horror video games, eating pizzas and arbitrary pipes of processed cheese rolled into the crust. Unsurprisingly, this lifestyle soon takes a toll on your already deteriorating health. Eventually, your heart just stops beating, and briefly there's pain, then much less briefly, there's nothing. The end. You didn't win. Damn! Oh well. So that's the Preposterous Awesomeness of Everything. There's more to it, obviously. Obviously, you have to get the rocket built, and you have to convince people, you have to convince Brad and Dan to let you into the PM club of whatever they're doing, so that you can help the rocket get built. There's all kinds of stuff, apparently. So I highly recommend this game if you're interested. It's only a couple bucks on Steam. Not sponsored by Steam or anything. That's just where I get a lot of my games. And I know that Joe Richardson's games are on there as well. I think they were on sale, but I don't know if they're still on sale. I highly recommend you go pick up the other games that he's done. Four Last Things, Procession to Calvary. They're all really fun. They're really quirky point and clicks, which are kind of like one of my favorite things. I don't know if we'll come back to the Preposterous Awesomeness of Everything. I might just finish it on my own. But next week, I think we'll play something different next week on Tuesday. So join me for something different then. Wednesday, we're reading Homestuck in the evening. So go ahead and join us for some Homestuck tomorrow. Thursday, we've got Deponia. Friday, we have Dark Nights, which is a mystery romance supernatural visual novel. It's really fun so far. We already went through one route, so we'll be going through a different route, different love interest, seeing more of the story. So join me for that on Friday. That'll be really fun. Deponia is getting really fun too. We're doing that on Thursday. We're almost done with Chaos on Deponia, which is the second game. So we're going to try to finish that up and see if we can get through the end of Chaos on Deponia and get into the third game of the series. We are playing the Complete Journey, which is like a collection of all the Deponia games, so you get the complete story all in one go. Let's see, nothing going on Saturday. Usually we have D&D, but we're not doing it this week, so no D&D this weekend, but we will be doing Homestuck again on Sunday. So go ahead and join us for webcomics on Wednesdays and Sundays. We're reading Homestuck. We're getting pretty far into it. We're into the part about the trolls, so we're learning more about the trolls and their setup of the game they're gonna play. So that's really interesting. I think it's really fun. So come join us for that. We got a lot of voices going on, so come join us for that. Yeah, games on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, webcomics on Wednesdays and Sundays, D&D on Saturdays, but not this upcoming Saturday, so next week. If you're ever confused about what's going on the stream, you can check out the schedule tab on the Twitch page, twitch.tv/princessevillan. Go to schedule and you can see all the games that we're playing, what we're doing that week, what time they're starting, all that kind of stuff. You can check that out. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun with these games. Joe Richardson's really a fun game author, game developer. I thought his games were very interesting and fun. If you like his games, go ahead and check them out. Again, not sponsored or anything, just really liking this guy's work. So hopefully he puts out more stuff. Hopefully he makes more games. That'd be really fun. If he does, we'll definitely play them. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Homestuck. And yeah, that's gonna be it. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.